Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Mrs. Dunn. I'm going to be your instructor for elementary statistics this semester. So, what I wanted to do was give you a quick tour of our course website. So, when you get to the home page, let me click on what you're going to see. So, when you get to the home page, this is what it's going to look like for you. The first thing I want you to do is make sure that the announcements are expanded. So they can either be condensed and it looks like this, or you can expand them and it looks like this. So make sure they're expanded because I post announcements every week. So typically on Sunday, either in the morning or the afternoon, I will send you an announcement via email and it'll be posted here with this week's due dates. It's going to look similar to this. Um, and in that announcement, I always tell you what's due this week. And I usually include any screencast I've recorded that you might want to watch for that week. You also see a calendar on the main page of our course homepage. This is what day it is, so that's what's check marked. This is when I'm recording this screencast. But if you scroll through to the first week of class, you'll see there's going to be a little clock symbol that indicates you have a deadline. So what's showing here is that you have the orientation homework due and you have a quiz due. I just want to caution you, do not depend on this calendar. This calendar is only going to show you homework and quizzes. It's not going to show you when discussion posts are due. It's not going to show you when the midterm is due. It's not going to show you when the final is due. And it's not going to tell you when the reflection surveys are due. So I wouldn't depend on this. Same thing with what to work on next. This is nice. It's telling you what's coming up, but don't depend on this. I give you lots and lots of ways to know what is required from you each week. So make sure you're paying attention to my emails. Okay, so for example, this week you have 5 different things due. Only 2 of them are showing up on this calendar, so be careful. All right, let's look through and let's go through all of these items. Some of them are self-explanatory. Obviously, if you click on the syllabus, you're going to see your syllabus. Hopefully, you have read through this. I know it's long, 7 pages, but a lot of important information is here. These quick links are here so that, suppose a couple days down from now, you're thinking, when are the exams? When are the due dates? You can click on exams and you can see what the due dates are for those exams. They're just like they say, indicate quick links. But read through your syllabus. The syllabus will also be on this general course information page. What I try to do is gather a lot of information and put it here in one central location if you're looking for something. A lot of things on my website can be found 2 places. So this is a nice catch-all of all the material. So that welcome letter I sent you, the due dates are listed here. The syllabus is right here, my instructor information, etc. Some midterm and final exam help. Also the tutoring schedule. So if you're interested in that, here's a nice place to go for that information. It's also broken down to general course information, etc. The reflection surveys, which you're going to have to do twice this semester are also found here. So if I go back to the main page, we talked about the general course information. The next item is instructor contact info. So on there you can see obviously when my office hours are and where I am. The weekly due dates. Remember I told you I'm going to be sending these to you each week. So if you're ever wondering, what's due this week, you can click on weekly due dates and every single assignment is listed here. No excuses. You can't tell me, oh, I didn't know when it was due. I lost track of it. The dates are listed here for every single assignment for the whole entire semester. I've recorded a screencast that just explains to you how to do your homework. So I encourage you to watch that screencast. That's very specific to navigating the homework site. When you have quizzes due, they will be found on this page. So you click on quizzes and you can see every quiz that's due. Notice you also see what the time limit is and you see how many attempts you have. For the scavenger hunt quiz, you can take it as many times as you want. All the other quizzes, you get 2 attempts. I'll change this one, it should say 2. But you should have 2 attempts, and it's based on what your score is on the homework from that section. If you have a 70% on all the homework, remember you get a second attempt at the quizzes. That can be unbelievably helpful. Next, you have the discussion boards. This is very important. This is where you're going to be communicating with your classmates. One thing I want to point out here is this words of wisdom. Please click on that page. This is not one where you're going to post something. This is where I have posted some comments from the students that took my class most recently. These were the students that took it this summer. So I would read through these comments just to get a feel for what you can expect from my course. I asked them all, as I will be asking you at the end of the semester, to give future students some advice. Read through this so that you hit the ground running and really do a good job in our class. The textbook is also a menu item you should be using often. We're starting in chapter 2, so I encourage you to click on this this page and read through the text for each of the sections. Sometimes it takes a while to load, so don't be surprised if you see that spinning wheel. But every page of your text is in here, and you can click through to read through those sections. And, you're going to be learning this material mostly on your own, so make sure that you're reading the text and learn how to read a math textbook. The textbook is really nice. It's interactive, which I'm going to show you some of the interactive videos that you can click on for some help. But these are the actual pages in your textbook. You certainly do not need to buy the textbook. This is going to be sufficient. So you can see these links right here. If you click on these, that will pull up videos that you can watch. These are created by Pearson to provide some help for you. These are not created by me, but they're created by Pearson. So anyway, learn how to read your textbook. I really think your textbook is well written in it, and I hope that you find it as helpful as I think you will. Okay, so back to our main menu. Hopefully you're clicking on this page a ton, Mrs. Dunn's Calculator Tutorials. Here is a nice place where I have saved all of the different screencasts I've created to help you in every section. You can think of these as my lectures. So some sections I have a lot more videos than others. I feel like chapter 2 is going to be a little bit of review for you, but anything that I think that you need a little bit more instruction for, I've recorded a screencast. So feel free to click on those and watch those as often as you need them. So this is material that I've created. This multimedia library link, which I'm going to click on next, those are created by someone else. The calculator tutorials are the ones created by me. So this multimedia library, for example, we're starting in chapter 2. So I'm going to click chapter 2. I'm going to select all of these multimedia tools, and I'll click on Find Now, and they'll be listed underneath. So you can see how there's videos that explain specific exercises for specific questions. There are PowerPoint presentations that you can look through, videos, video lectures, so how to use the technology. So please use this information. this should be, there's a lot of tools available to you. Okay, and then you have the grade book. I went ahead and did a little bit of this homework so that you can see how to use the grade book. So first of all, expand this show calculations, and it shows you what your scores are for each category. I only did one homework assignment, so that's why I have this showing. But anyway, you can keep track of where you are in the class because these are all the different assignments for which you are graded. So going down here to this, there's going to be more here as you do more homework. But if you click on this review, then you can actually access the homework you did. So I did a couple questions. I got these right. I got this question wrong. And I got this question wrong. At least one part of it. You can see that I got the first part of this question right and my answer is saved there, but I got the second part of the answer wrong. So you'll learn more about how to fix that in the homework video, and you can't fix it on this page, but you can at least review. So if the homework has already been submitted and you want to see the kind of questions that were asked on the homework, you're going to have to come to the grade book to look at homework that is past due. Okay, and then the next menu item, self-explanatory, is the midterm and final exam resources. And first of all, I have the dates written here. So remember that you need to take the midterm exam by Thursday, October 18th. You can take it on Thursday, October 18th, but you can't take it after that date. And the final exam is also due by Wednesday, December 12th. You can take it on that day, but not after. And here's information on how to schedule your tests. The practice midterm and the answers and the formulas are all listed here. And then at midterm, I'm going to ask you to fill out a reflection survey. That can be found here. It can be found on this page as well. Final exam resources are also listed here. And then, like I mentioned, the final reflection survey and the mid-semester reflection surveys can be found on this page. I hope that I have provided you with enough information so that it is easy for you to navigate this website. It's really hard to make any mistakes. Please, there's so much available to you. Make sure that you use all the resources that are available to you. You paid a lot of money for this, so you definitely want to get your money's worth. I am looking forward to meeting you in our virtual environment. You better be emailing me often because I want to get to know all of you, and I wish you a lot of luck.